Tony wrote and asked, he said, Christian horror doesn't seem that scary, and he asked if I'd read any Christian horror novels that actually scared me. And that's kind of a difficult question for me because I haven't read a lot of things that really have got under my skin and scared me. There's probably only 3 or 4 novels I've read in my entire life that have actually really scared me, but it's an interesting question from the angle of Christian fiction and Christian horror. I'm not saying by that there's no good Christian horror out there. I'm just saying that I haven't, personally been, really unnerved and really, made uneasy or scared by any of the Christian horror that I've read. And I think it all really comes down to individuals. I mean, individuals just seem to get scared easily. Some individuals get scared easily. Some individuals are more hardened like me, I guess. I don't know, but I think my book, The Resurrection, is a good example. There were some reviewers who said that they didn't think the resurrection was very scary at all. And then there were other individuals who just simply refused to review the book because they just do not read any horror, and they especially don't read anything that has ghosts or death and things like that involved in it. So maybe it comes down to individuals, and individuals, whether individuals find a certain genre scary or are scared easily or not, I don't know. But I think there are some other reasons, though, that that Christian horror may not be scary. And let me just give you, 2 reasons or 2 suggestions as to why Christian horror may not be as scary as other horror. One, I think, could be predictability. In other words, the Christian part of horror takes over. In other words, we know that there's got to be a convenient resolution. We know that Christian fiction is supposed to be about redemption, about good overcoming evil, and so I wonder that one of the reasons why Christian horror isn't that scary is the predictability factor. We just know that the good guys, the angels, the preacher, the Christian is going to win, and so it's rather convenient. But the second reason why Christian horror may not be scary, and I know that some are going to, disagree with me on this, but it has to do with that edginess factor, the fact that we can't push far enough into the darkness in our fiction is one of the reasons why I'd suggest Christian horror may not be as scary as others. We just simply cannot push the envelope too far without being accused of being no longer Christians. I think Ted Decker has undergone this with, for instance, I was reading a review concerning The Bride Collector, his book, The Bride Collector, and there were some Christians that wrote and said, that's it, I'm not reading Decker anymore, this is just too dark. And so let me suggest that that's another reason why Christian horror, may not be as scary as other horrors. It's just, we just aren't allowed to be as edgy as, more mainstream horror. So thanks for the question.